Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of September 5th, 2023. We are on to week 2. We have survived week 0. We've survived week 1. And now it's time for rivalry week, sort of.
What?
Yeah, there's rivalries this week to be played.
All right, I gotta look at the schedule again.
It's mostly just El Assico. But that
and you're supposed to be playing for a giant steamboat wheel or steamboat gauge.
That is true.
What's it called?
The Paddlewheel Trophy. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. As always, I'm Jordan, and with me tonight I've got Commish, Pitt Girl, Beth, and Arthur listening in from the wings. Commish, how are you, sir?
It's been a long day. It's the day after Labor Day. Everybody out at work takes the week off, and if you're at work, you're going to be doing some work. So I did a lot of work, and my day revolved around a 2007 Toyota Yaris. And
it's a cursed statement.
Yeah, I don't know. This person made an incredible, outlandish claim that this vehicle was worth $14,000. And I'm having to reply to it seriously, like regulatory wise. So yeah, I spent way too much time on that, which is, oh my God. Okay, somebody else talk now.
Beth, how are you?
It was a long day, and so I'm dealing with that in the most Midwestern way I possibly could. I'm living that Harbaugh life and drinking a quart of milkshake while I record this podcast.
Wait, hold on. You just said it's a Harbaugh life, and then now the song, it's a hard knock life.
It's a Harbaugh life.
It's a Harbaugh life for
me.
It's a Harbaugh life for... Oh, man, he got his number in there, too. It's amazing. It's perfect.
Because you are drinking such high lactose, if you need to, like another person on another podcast that I saw, immediately run to the restroom, we also understand.
No, I'll be fine. I was thinking about going and getting some steak or something to dip into it, just to complete the experience. Today's milkshake flavor, listener, is blueberry cheesecake.
That sounds really good.
It is really good.
Pitt Girl, how are you?
I am good. It is very hot here. I don't know if it's still very hot where you guys are, but it is absolutely miserable here, and I am not enjoying it. I did walk to get ice cream today, though. That was good.
Several of our schools let out early because of hot.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine.
Because not every school here has air conditioning.
Y'all are just crazy up there, let me tell you.
Normally it's fine, but today it was like 95, and fuck that, man.
Yeah, y'all can keep your Texas down to Texas.
You know, I tweeted today. I saw the forecast. I was like, next week, oh my God, the high is only going to be 95. Mm-hmm. I can maybe go outside again. And you're like, 95? Ugh.
But we can run to AC.
Yeah, heat index values up to 102 expected through 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. No, thank you.
I had the band kids today.
Oh,
for rehearsal after school. Yeah, it was a time.
Well, I said last week that we would get to Monday night and we would be like, you know what? I've had enough football. I'm okay. But Duke was like, hey, Jordan, have another fucking burger. I was like, you know what, Duke? I'll take it. I don't fucking care.
Right.
Duke ran over Clemson. Holy shit. It was not even ever in question.
Yeah, it was.
No,
yes.
Man, no, sir.
Not really.
No, sir. Dabo got his shit run over. Every time Clemson got into the red zone, it felt like they would fumble on like the 2.
But is that Dabo getting his shit run over, or is that Dabo running over his own shit?
The
this
latter.
Is like the dude who keeps hitting his kid's car in his own parking.
He's trying to parallel park and just smashing into the car in front and behind.
Unfortunately, he owns all 3 cars.
The craziest stat from this game is that in the second half, Clemson neither punted or scored points.
Yeah.
It was like fumbles, missed field goals on downs.
So they started the second half with it looked like a shank field goal or a tip field goal. So they make that, they're in the lead, right? Then they get to the 7-yard line and fumble. And then they get to the 1-yard line and fumble.
At some point, I didn't feel bad because that's not the right word, but it felt cursed.
Yeah.
Like Clemson had been cursed last night.
By the Devils. The Blue Devils.
I'm looking at game on paper for this game, and Clemson's success rate was higher. They had a 48% success rate. And they still got their shit kicked in because
they had more yards.
Yeah.
They would have had more yards, and if not for like a little bit of like chicanery, would have been blanked.
Their only points came off of a Duke muff punt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't necessarily think that Clemson's demise is here or like everybody has to run for an emergency podcast. oh my God, Clemson lost to Duke, emergency podcast. Which, I mean, Duke has not beat a top 10 team since 1989. Yeah, maybe
hadn't
emergency.
beat Clemson since 2014.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that.
Oh, sorry, 2004. Sorry, yes.
Hey, like people do an emergency podcast for that, and it just came to me. I was like, what would we do an emergency podcast for? Like, what would be our emergency podcast?
ULM beats Alabama again.
If ULM beats Alabama, yeah. If that happens, fuck. If ULM beats Texas A&M, we are jumping on that night. We are jumping on that night.
Emergency live stream.
Oh yeah. If somebody ever breaks the punt record,
yep,
we are podcasting immediately.
I mean,
like by the second quarter, we should already be podcasting.
If Teal wins a home game, I'm willing to emergency podcast for that.
That's fine. Sold. That's fine.
That's just trying to figure out what the committee's emergency podcast was, because I think, was it the Solid Verbal did one? I don't know if Andy Staples did another one. Everybody was just emergency podcast. Clemson lost to Duke. Oh my God. Last year Duke was good. I'm like, can they do it again?
Like improving Duke and struggling Clemson.
That's right.
If we were a Duke podcast,
yeah,
like I could see us doing an emergency podcast at that point. That's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
I would like to quote at the Stanford Tree, which is the Stanford Tree's account. First quote is, "This is the Clemson that voted no on expansion?" ? And then the other one is, in a response to a Reddit CFB post, "IDK, if Clemson get cut in the ACC, would probably vote no on them joining my conference."
Oh, the disrespect.
Go off, Tree.
Go off, Tree.
And all of a sudden, because now we have the special revenue sharing in the ACC, a noted winning program, Clemson, is going to get a lion's share because of their winningness. And they just got their shit wrecked by Duke.
I believe I said when we first discussed this announcement on the show that I couldn't wait for schools like Pitt and Duke to receive all of the money here.
Pitt, Duke, Wake Forest, just all the schools that it's going to turn out what the ACC thing was. As you mentioned, they put Florida State and Miami in the other divisions because they didn't want to stop them from appearing against each other in the ACC championship game. And so then the ACC puts in this rule with the revenue sharing because, hey, Clemson and Florida State, they need more money. So, they're going to get it. And then now it's going to go to like it and Syracuse come out of nowhere. It's going to be so great. It's so amazing. I did want to read one thing from Matt Brown, CFB, not the same as Matt Brown Extra Points.
We have too many Matts in football, college football.
Too many Matts. There's a lot of Matts. We go to this Matt. The last Power 5 win versus an AP top 10 team. The Duke Blue Devils were the second to last on this. They last beat number 7 Clemson in 1989. So that was their last top 10 win. The only team that's above them on this.
This is hilarious.
It's Wake Forest, and they beat number 4 Tennessee way back in 1946. So that's the longest one. Then Virginia, their last one against an AP top 10 team is when they upset Florida State in 2005. Then there's 4 from our favorite year, 2007. Colorado beat number 3 Oklahoma in 2007. Rutgers beat number 2 USF, South Florida in 2007.
Such a fucked up sentence.
Okay.
Such a fucked up sentence.
Hey, we're going to get crazier. Vandy beat number 6 South Carolina. We're there. Okay. And then
are we doing?
Let's bring it home with 2007. Maryland beat number 8 Boston College in 2007.
Such a weird fucking season.
Also, Kansas beat number 5 Virginia Tech in 2008, which was the bowl game from 2007.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially all the last time that people have done this was 2007, except for Wake Forest and Duke and Virginia. But, well, not Duke anymore, because congratulations, Blue Bevels, so to speak.
There was just so much Madden shit going on last night. Riley Leonard breaking off a rush that just was insane. Watching him try to escape the field at the end after the field rush. First off, letting the students onto the sideline, I know they couldn't have stopped them. I get that. But they were ready to pounce. The students were ready to go. And Pitt Girl noticed it. Who did we see dead center on the field?
T-Rex. T-Rex on the
T-Rex.
field.
God, yes.
It was a wonderful field storming.
It was great.
Like all possible style points.
I really love that our Road Raj was there. Roger Sherman, he was there. Somebody asked him to take a picture with one of the players. And as soon as he was done taking the picture, they screamed out, "Hey, yo, these photos are ass." I can't even. These photos are ass, is what I'm trying to say, but I'm laughing so much.
Did you guys see the Duke student who tried to get Dabo to shake his hand?
Oh, I was about to go there, but you beat me to it.
And Dabo just not having it.
Dabo's I am not shaking your hand. And I wanted the person that was trying to shake Dabo's hand had a video of it. And I need this to surface. I want to see like, hey, I'm trying to shake Dabo's hand after he stormed the field. I want to see that point of view there and see if I can get a better view of what Dabo said. Also, our friend CFB Campus Tour was there. He stormed the field with him. So we got an awesome first-person view of it. That was amazing. Just a magical night for Duke. Hopefully they can keep it going. Prove on a really good last year. Us being stuffed with football on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday we're like, I don't know if we can do any more.
There's always room for more.
I found room.
We made room for the Elko Eclair. And we had some dessert, and oh boy, was it delicious.
The Elko Eclair sounds like an awful set of words. That set of sounds is awful.
That is something else that I don't think we want to look up on Urban Dictionary.
No, definitely not. I'm just trying to go with the E and E, so, you know.
Yeah, do you know what goes really well in pot de choux dough? Apparently, tiger meat.
Jim Harbaugh got some coach brain again, which he always does. He said that the job of the head coach on game day was to be the guardian of victory. Yeah. And then he said, there is no offense. There is no defense. There's We-Fense. That is so coach brain shit. I love it.
Defense.
Our fence.
One of the best responses was, I can't believe we've lost twice in a row to this nerd.
Oh my God, that's so good. The thing about it is, can you imagine if we were Michigan fans? There's not enough t-shirts in the world to print all of the nonsense that man says.
No, he's perfect. He's a meme machine. And we did find out that he just had sandwiches at home and watched the game. It was very normal.
I don't care. In my head, he's still gardening with receiver gloves on.
Do we know what kind of sandwiches?
This is an important question.
Oh, it's like bologna and American cheese.
You don't think Jim Harbaugh's eating some chicken salad on a croissant?
Are we cutting off the crust?
I was just gonna say it's crust cut off.
No way. He just eats nothing but crust.
It's the most virtuous sandwich.
Do they make
vitamins are.
They have the Uncrustables and then they have nothing but Crustables.
Do they have an Oops All Crust bread?
Oops All Crustables.
Oh, he's just eating the bread butt.
Yes.
The bread butt sandwiches.
He's just eating the ends. The ends of the bread. Oops all ends.
I guess there is something I could have called that other than the bread butt.
No, that's perfect.
That's fine.
The bread butt.
I would like to point out, I forget who posted this, but there is a crazy Pac-12 scenario we need to talk about because NCAA bylaws require conferences to have at least 8 members. But there's a 2-year grace period to get to that number. So for 2024-2025 and 2025-2026, as long as they're making a good faith effort to get to 8 teams, the Pac-2 can live.
Auto bid?
They could stall.
I mean,
look,
if not an auto bid, then Rose Bowl, baby.
I
gotta fill those Pac-12 conference and gotta those bowls somehow.
This is Big East as shit, and I'm very into it.
My main concern here, once all these teams leave the Pac-12, I'm like, what bowls are getting what? What are the tie-ins to the Sun Bowl in the future? What does the Holiday Bowl get now? What does the Las Vegas Bowl get? If they maintain this and basically Wazoo, as long as they're 500.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Wazoo and Oregon State are 600, they can maintain 2 bowls for them every single time. I'm all for this. Give them a bowl. I don't know if Oregon State wants to go back to the Sun Bowl, but
send them to Vegas. Send them to San Diego.
They enjoyed Vegas last year when they beat Florida. So I mean, Wazoo did not have fun in the LA Bowl. I'll say that, but.
Fuck the LA Bowl. That one sucks anyways.
So this would work because the only time that they would have a conflict would be on December 16th because there's 2 bowl games. But
just have them play all the bowl games.
Right, that's my thought.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we'll have our only problems are the LA Bowl and the Independence Bowl, which are on the same day and they're only 2 hours apart. Okay. And it's going to be hard for one team to play a football game in California and then 2 hours later play a different one in Shreveport. That's some Swanee. That's some 1899 Sewanee bullshit. Right.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
But once we get past December 16th, then we have the Las Vegas Bowl on December 23rd, the Alamo Bowl on December 28th, the Sun Bowl's the next day on the 29th, but like San Antonio to El Paso, that's doable.
That's fine.
Oh, what a drive.
Commish just like having flashbacks.
Like, oh God, not that drive. There's nothing there.
Then you have 3 full days to get yourself ready for the Rose Bowl. And I presume we'll be sending the other team to the playoff.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, after they win all those bowl games, yes,
Yeah.
guaranteed in the playoff.
So I'm really excited for the Pac-12 to field college football's very first 18-win team, and this is going to be great.
Oregon State will be the new 18-1
and hold records that no one will ever be able to meet.
No, can't touch it.
Yep, most games played in the month of December.
I would like to bring up, as a tradition we have on this show, talking about what's on the ACC network on Saturday.
Ooh.
So let's start with, well, if you're up at 4:30 a.m., you're getting Clemson Duke again. You're getting reruns. They're already showing reruns today of the Georgia Tech game.
God bless.
By the way, I did not realize that Louisville went 1-13 on third downs and still won that game.
Yeah.
That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
At 7:30 a.m., we have a 3-day weekend Clemson. We get to visit Clemson. 8 a.m., twice as nice, The Legend of Charlie Ward. Got ACC Huddle. Then at 10 a.m. Central, you're going to be enjoying Vanderbilt versus Wake Forest. Is that a new game or an old game?
That's new. That's coming up this week.
Why is it at 10 a.m.?
I mean, it's at 11 local.
It's 11 local. So they start a little bit early. So game day will
Central.
be going on, and we will already
cut in.
No.
Is Pat McAfee going to cut in? Pat McAfee, everyone stop.
Everyone stop.
We got a touchdown at the Vandy Wake Forest game. Everyone stop.
The Deacons are up.
Then we get Charleston Southern at Clemson.
Oh, God.
Then we get App State at North Carolina.
No. Poor Buccaneers. Oh, my God.
Clemson's going to be so fucking angry.
They're going to die. Charleston Southern's going to die.
Charleston Southern won their opener versus something called North Greenville.
Oh, that was the crazy game that North Greenville hit a hook and ladder or hook and lateral, whatever one you want to say, to pick up a 4th and 27. And then they got all the way down to like the 7-yard line or 8-yard line or whatever with like 8 seconds left. But then they false started and they had the 10-second runoff and lost the game. So that's how Charleston Southern won the game.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Poor
Clemson's gonna have a good time.
I'm praying for you, Buccaneers. Charleston Southern, hang in there.
How about
North Greenville is located in Tigerville, South Carolina.
Are they D2?
Looks that way.
Yeah, I think so.
By the way, want to shout out UT Permian Basin, another D2 school, who beat Texas College 98-0.
Whoa.
Held them to -2 yards.
Hold on. We got somebody in our Discord that this got to be correct. It was 96-0. So we got to make sure we're right. All right, we got to make sure.
North Greenville is a Baptist school, and they are the Crusaders.
Okay, well, of course they are. I'm surprised Baylor isn't the Crusader Bears, and they don't have the Russian flag of the happy bear with the Bible and the cross.
I mean, Baylor's a Methodist university, so it's not it.
Oh God!
Shit!
Did you just? Oh
shit!
Jesus! Oh my
Actually, God. I don't know if they are now. No, they're Baptist. I'm wrong. I don't know anything about anything. SMU is who I was thinking of. Which
I was like, oh my God, that's just dropping like, oh my God,
no.
Arthur, leave all that in. Like, all stays in, Arthur.
I don't.
All stays in.
Oh my God. That was not intentional, Beth.
I'm gonna get the worst messages now.
How dare you think we're Methodist? We're Baptist. We're Presbyterians.
Methodists are too much fun, actually.
Yeah.
What about App State versus North Carolina? We're relitigating the 63-61 game last year.
Man.
Although I don't think it's going to be nearly this close this time.
We can only hope.
Yeah.
What time is Charmed on? Or is that on the other ACC network?
That's on the other ACC network. We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get that one. And then at 7:30, we have Southern Miss versus Florida State. I don't even know what to...
That would be really hilarious. I'll just say that.
Oh, God.
If like Florida State trips up and like maybe Frank Gore Jr. just goes off for a bunch of rushing yards. I mean, that would be really hilarious. I don't think it's going to happen, but the hilarity scale would definitely be off the charts if that were to happen. What are other commercials on the ACC network now? I remember like back in the day we had like Tax Shaver.
It's the same things. There's pots and pans, lots of like copper pots.
Copper pots.
Yeah, is it buyhammer.com for the copper
Buy
pots?
Hammer. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There was one that was... I think my favorite one was like the tax shield, where it's just like, oh, the sun is too bright in your eyes. Flip down this extra long thing that you can see through on your visor. Tax shield.
I have the CW schedule for Central PA open.
Go for it.
If you will allow me to do the honors, Jordan.
Go right ahead.
Please note, listener, that the CW schedule may vary by locality, but where I am, starting at 5 a.m., you get Heartland Brand New Day. No idea what that is. Followed by Murdoch Mysteries, The Things We Do for Love. 7 a.m. New Shark Vacuum, your pet hair solution. Between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., we've got a solid block of Jack Hanna's Into the Wild, followed by Pet Vet Dream Team Out of the Ordinary and Tales of Valor Best of Friends. Heartland Brand New Day runs again at 11 a.m. in case you weren't up early. 12 p.m. to 12:30, Portable Oxygen. 12:30 p.m. Ukraine in Crisis! Exclamation point.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
1 p.m. Wow, Women of Wrestling. 2 p.m.
Ooh, nice.
The National Desk live. 3 p.m. We Have a Dream. 5 p.m. That's a 2-hour show, movie,
Okay.
maybe, whatever. 5 p.m. House Call TV, New Hope for Aging Joints. 6 p.m. Spotlight on America Presents, followed at 6:30. The primetime thing of the night, college football, Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. And then the local news at 10.
Who is the audience for this network?
It's okay. After the game on my local station, there's a show called YOLO Texas.
What?
Sorry, Pitt Girl. I didn't mean to see you were drinking when I said that.
All good.
I'm really glad I'm done with that milkshake.
Yeah, a show called YOLO Texas. We also get here before the game an episode of Young Sheldon and a 2-hour block of 911, including an episode called Ocean's 911.
Wait.
An emergency arises during a bank manager's special going away party. The first responders encounter a mystery when they are blamed for a risky heist. This is going to be great. I'm so excited for this. Ooh, we have a show at 9 a.m. called DFW Metro Pets.
Metro Pets?
Yeah, Metro Pets.
Oh my god, whatever. It's a playoff
So-
of Metroplex. Oh my god.
So, I mean, obviously, like, the ACC has found its spiritual home, and we're all incredibly excited for that. My question is, what is the Big Ten's spiritual home that they don't even realize that they should be broadcasting their games there, and why is it C-SPAN?
I was going to say, what are those over-the-air stations that show reruns of, like, Perry Mason?
Isn't that the CW?
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah. It's like, we're live on digital channel 33.6. That's the spiritual home of the Big 10.
Oh, no. The Big Ten belongs on PCN or other states' equivalents of PCN. PCN is the Pennsylvania Commonwealth-wide public access network, baby.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Does Texas have a channel?
No.
Texas probably has like 4 of them.
We don't have this.
Really?
All our local shit is just like this, like Metro Pets on the CW.
Well, I should describe, PCN is more accurately described as Pennsylvania NPR for television.
Okay.
It's great. Obnoxiously Pitt boyfriend and I spent a Friday night once sitting on the couch, drinking beer and watching a PCN show that takes you around to different farms and manufacturing plants and things in Pennsylvania where they show you how they make things. The framing choices in this show are fascinating.
It broadcasts the farm show a lot of the time. That's where I watch Rabbit Agility at 2:00 in the morning.
Got to watch some dairy cows like attempt to lick the camera while they were on site at a farm somewhere out in Western PA.
This week, y'all, we are very much going to be focused on Saturday.
I mean, wait, you're not ready for Murray State at Louisville on Thursday?
I'm sorry, what city?
Louisville.
There we go. Louisville.
Louisville.
Your tongue is working too hard.
Louisville. We
Louisville.
do have our beloved Sycamores playing at Indiana.
Yes.
On Friday night.
All right.
And Illinois at Kansas, which, sure.
No, I mean, 2 years ago, Illinois at Kansas. I mean, that's Sickos Game of the week. Now it's like, huh.
I'll watch. Yeah, I mean,
this
normal people might
really
watch
good.
this.
This could be a really good one. I can't wait to see. It's at Illinois or at Kansas?
At Kansas.
At Kansas. All right. I mean, they're wearing all black. The Jayhawks, they have an all blackout uniform, and then they have the giant bird on the helmet.
They have the angry looking Jayhawk, the one with like the banana beak.
Yes,
not the sad melting one.
No. Or the saucy leggy one.
Or the leggy boy.
Oh, not the Rocket Jayhawk. Yes,
I love leggy Jayhawk so much.
Leggy Jayhawk.
That was sexy. That was sexy. Am I allowed to feel that way about a Jayhawk? I don't know.
Jesus Christ, where are we going?
dropping this in the chat. No, not the sexy
Custom
Jayhawk.
mascot costume.
What if we photoshopped like fishnets and heels onto leggy Jayhawk?
I haven't done that yet.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah,
I don't understand. Yeah, that's a serious omission.
So let's go to Saturday, where, again, if at 10 a.m. for breakfast, you do get Vanderbilt at Wake Forest for some reason.
Oh, my God.
During the last hour of game day.
They're going to be eating Eggs Benedict on the sideline watching Vandy. I love that this is two black and gold schools playing each other.
Two black and gold schools who are traditionally at the very bottom of their conferences.
Yeah, and I mean, are they both considered like nerds or whatever? Or I mean, it's like really
Ish.
okay, nerds-ish. I don't know if like Wake is like hard to get into, but
Wake's very small, so it's like kind of hard to get into just by it's a nationally known school with a very small enrollment.
okay. But I mean, I know Vandy's tough to get into academic wise compared to any other school in the SEC, I believe. So yeah, I love that. Like it's the two. Man, this is gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be really good. I'm excited for both of these teams. The claw fence and then Clark Lee's defense. I definitely. And then again, the color schemes are the same, so I can't wait to see if it turns out like La Tech and SMU, where
They're
it's
just wearing like inverses of each other.
they're just wearing like the inverse colors of each other, where it's like it looks like the other team is just wearing the away jersey while they're playing the home jersey. So I can't wait for that.
So we're going to do this sort of in order of, this may not be our exact order for Sickos Games of the Week, but we're going to roughly do it in that order.
It's not our exact order for Sickos.
We're fighting because we're fighting this a lot.
No, this week you have way too many candidates for Sickos Game of the Week, and the top 10 is just overflowing with just incredible games that should be in the top 10, and there's going to be some teams that are going to get left out. And really, in our Discord, we're probably going to have to do an internal poll to figure out who's number one at this point, because there is no consensus here, and we're going to have to figure it out at some point. So the committee is definitely going to the Shreveport on the Shreveport Best Western on Monkhouse Drive in the Business Center, and we are holding a conference to try to figure out who is the Sickos Committee Game of the Week.
Let's walk through a couple of these and see what we're thinking.
Yes.
First off, we have Arizona at Mississippi State. This is going to be at 6:30 p.m. Central on the SEC Network. We've already have a great graphic for this. Mississippi State's graphic departments were absolute cowards because they pulled it, but it showed a Mississippi State defender leaping a saguaro cactus and about to take it into the taint. It was wonderful.
What a! I mean,
if that's what you're into.
Did you get the full tweet?
I didn't, but you did, or someone did.
Okay, so yeah, the full tweet. I got the full tweet of it, and it said Arizona, you're on the clock. And I think I tweeted after that. I was like, I'm so glad they did not forget a letter on accident.
I am so sorry that I wasn't paying attention to the account in time to make a tainted desert joke. I promise I will do better in the future.
But oh my god, yeah, that was I think that lasted 6 hours until they pulled it.
It was less than that.
Okay,
that is a shockingly long time.
I mean,
less than that.
It was less than that. Okay, all right.
I can't believe no one looked at that and went, "Hey,
you guys.
Hey, he looks like he's taking a cactus up the ass. We should probably change this because this is not the victory one we want to show."
Jordan, how long would it take you to make that image?
It was pretty good. A couple hours, yeah.
So is it possible that you would stare at something like that for a couple hours without beginning to ask yourself those questions? Or like, are you so far in the game at that point that you can't see anymore?
I think that a cactus up the ass is something that I'm constantly looking out for in my graphic work. I'm making sure that that's never there. I'm making sure that if it's there, it's a very specific choice. It's tasteful, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at the image again, I'm like, I don't think he would have cleared the cactus. No.
Thank you, Arthur. Yes.
Thank you, Cactus. Thank you, Arthur.
Cactus? Question mark?
Cactus?
Jordan is about to hide anal cacti in every graphic.
Oh, just wait now. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a butthole on a cactus. Jordan must have done this. Buttholes everywhere.
Y'all know my dad's listening to this, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, by the way, my dad
isn't.
My dad is very thrilled that I am the commissioner. So he laughs at me being called that. So
my dad is literally downstairs right now.
Listening. Oh God.
So that's option one. Can I interest you in a Nebraska at Colorado? Now, this feels weird because it is big noon. Like this is, but this also has some very, like, I think Colorado wins this.
I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about either of these two teams. Like, I know Nebraska.
You know about Colorado now.
No.
Do you?
Do you?
I think we know that TCU can't play defense right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
like their two defense, their last two defensive performances.
Does Nebraska seem like they are any more capable than that?
They did get a lot of pressure on the quarterback in Minnesota. They did do that, and I know it's a Big Ten West game. This is a rivalry game, and really, I don't know. I know
I got to do my solid verbal thing. We got to throw out the record books, guys.
Got to throw out the record books. No, but again, it's one of these where something happens that doesn't make sense. Game. It feels like one of those.
This is a classic college football situation because in the NFL, Colorado wins this game. But in a sport made up of 18 to 22-year-old dudes
reading their press clippings all week,
right?
All their hype. Now they're ranked.
Yeah, like, and now, and they're gonna go into this auto win game and experience a big old ass cactus.
Can you imagine Dion coming out and talking about like rat poison that the press likes them too much? Can you fucking imagine Dion coming out and doing that?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
No, talk about how much the press likes them.
He's berating people for not believing in him.
Yeah, no. He'd be like,
that's true. He doesn't know how to coach speak. He only knows how to Dion.
Yeah. Dion is out here like trying to get himself and his players high on their own supply, which maybe it'll work, but
at least it's legal.
It's true.
In Colorado, it is.
What if we go to Arizona?
Okay.
The state of Arizona.
Yes.
Can I interest you in an Oklahoma State at Arizona State at 9:30 p.m. Central in Tempe?
Oh, no haboobs, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, if there's a haboob, I mean, it's on Saturday. I can probably stay up for that one.
There's really no late game this week. This is our late game. There's a couple of bangers kicking off at around the same time. We'll get to. I was going to
say you are omitting literally the next one on the list.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This one's going to be on FS1, so everyone can watch it. That's nice.
Oh man, I hope we get Petros for this. I want Petros in Tempe for this.
Just sweating through his shirt.
Oh man, I mean this, like FS1 Petros, the voice and what he says is amazing every time.
By the way, fuck everyone out there who's like, I can't stand his voice. No, man, he's the voice of late night FS1 football for me.
I mean, the committee loves him. He's a former fullback. He's perfect. All right. Just the voice, it is perfect for why are you up this late watching this game? He is the perfect voice to keep you awake and keep you hyped about this game. Because I'm hyped.
Man, we need an announcing team that's nothing but fullbacks. Like that's something we need in the world.
Run the triple fullback announcing option.
Of course, Oklahoma State's coming in being very confident, right? Nah, man, they fucked around with Central Arkansas for far too long last week.
What was the final score of that one?
It was 27-13.
Wait, they only beat Central Arkansas by 14?
And in Arizona State, they've got tons to play for since they're being punished for something they didn't fucking do. These Kurd students did nothing.
No.
So they're totally fine, right? And they had a good game last week. Nah, man.
No,
they fucked around with Southern Utah and won 24-21.
The Thunderbirds.
So we're gonna have lots of just weird angst. Plus, probably gonna see Mike Gundy's son yet again.
Oh,
Sunday.
Gunner Gundy.
Sunday.
Is that better or worse than calling your kid Gunner Gundy?
Son or Sunday.
Son or Sunday.
Well, if those three, so far we said we had Arizona at Mississippi State, Nebraska, Colorado, Oklahoma State at Arizona State. Can I interest you in an Auburn at Cal?
Jesus Christ, man.
Because this...
I know I've sworn off Auburn until that motherfucker gets fired, but also this shit's going to be hilarious.
Oh, I mean, he was wilding on the timeline, and he had to delete some tweets already today.
He's already... Who the fuck let him on Twitter again? Mike Leach, whoever's up there, rest his soul. They took his phone when they got to Mississippi. He got to Mississippi State. They stopped him from talking out loud unless he absolutely had to. And that was a smart move. I don't think Hugh Freeze has figured out what a burner is yet.
Oh, no. Don't we know canonically that Hugh Freeze knows what a burner is?
No, that was the problem. He didn't know. He didn't have one. That was the problem. Dude needs to learn. But yeah, he's already up being like, hey ladies.
Hey ladies, I beat UMass.
Hey ladies, Auburn's great.
He's riding high off of a UMass win, which they beat Don Brown. They did beat Don Brown. You don't
reply and then quote tweet the same reply. Yeah, that's sketchy.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Especially at a female journalist, and you're fucking Hugh Freeze.
And then that was like what, in the middle of the day, right?
Oh yeah.
Morning, early morning. Like, come on now.
He should have been in church. Pastor Hugh, why weren't you in church? Pastor Hugh, what did you doing, Pastor Hugh?
Man, okay. Let's go to the field on this one. We can leave the coaches out.
Can I say that
all right.
As someone who has seen Cal in person, they are so much fucking fun. Like I had a joy watching them pull apart North Texas. Jake Spavital, shithead coach at Texas State. But for some reason, him OCing Cal, this seems to be a match.
I will say this. Like, I think his method to what he tried to do at Texas State is, you got to give that a shot because Texas State's a hard place to win at, which, GJ has done it differently. Like, basically the complete opposite.
By recruiting? By recruiting high school students? Yes.
Again, instead of just trying to fish people out of the portal that are from Texas, which... fine. You alienate the high school coaches, which you probably should not have done that.
Especially when you're not a local.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the not a smart move. Fine. As a coordinator with talented players, and Cal has two really good running backs. Yep. Like they have the bruising back, Marshawn Lynch style, and then they have, I think it's Jaden Ott, I believe his name. And I know Ott is his last name, but I don't know first name. Yeah, it is Jaden Ott. I did have it correct. All right, perfect. So yeah, both of their running backs are great, and they have a good combo back and forth. Their quarterback can throw the ball well. Their offense seems good. Their defense seemed pretty good after they made adjustments at halftime. This is going to be an interesting game, period, because I don't know what Auburn, and then this is at night in Berkeley.
Yep.
This is, again, Pac-12 after dark, and then you're welcoming...
I'm sorry. ACC after dark?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Well, this year.
SEC after dark?
ACSEC? I don't know. Whatever.
I can't wait until USC gets pulled into the SEC. That's the next step.
Don't speak that into
And then we're gonna have SEC after dark from Los Angeles. It just means more.
Gross.
Vandy, USC.
A traditional conference matchup.
That's right. You can't wait for Mizzou against UCLA.
The pageantry.
The pageantry. My God, no. Oh my God! If that happens, OU versus USC. Oh, they would love that.
Actually,
oh my God, OU fans are just lit up, and they're excited if they listen to this podcast, which I doubt. But
yeah, I'm good, Beth.
The thing I'm super excited for is next year when Cal goes to Auburn to play this game, because I need to start a letter writing campaign right now, because I've never seen Oski get attacked by War Eagle before, but I need to see it now.
Oh man, Cal and Jordan Hare.
But Cal did this with at Vaught Hemingway. Cal's done the Ole Miss trip.
Yeah, ain't no attack birds there though.
That's true.
Yeah, Vaught Hemingway, I don't feel like it is as weird as Jordan Hare. I've been to both, and Vaught Hemingway had some awesome potato thing where they would just basically spiral the potato and then just throw seasoning on it.
I love those things.
And then I waited in line for 15 minutes, and just phenomenal. So I enjoyed that stadium.
Single potato curly fry.
Yeah, it's just a giant potato chip curly fry thingy, and it was delightful. And I wish I could have another one now. So
our stance on potatoes as a committee is well established.
we did do the potato chip ratio. So.
We are starchy folk.
Okay.
Can I interest you guys then? See, this is a game that might normally be our top game of the week, but we got other things. Elastico, Iowa State.
Look, this game every year is going to be in the running for Sickos Committee Game of the Week.
Right.
I almost want to give this one a separate Lifetime Achievement Award. like I want to give
we could just name the week after it.
I mean, it's El Asico week. El Asico Semana. Semana del Asico.
El Semana del Asico.
Yes, Semana del Asico.
Semana del Asico. Yeah, I mean, this one, it's just like this game every year, the Cy-Hawk game produces ridiculousness.
Random number generator.
Number generator, ridiculous endings, and both teams hate it.
Mm-hmm.
They love to win it. You know, Iowa's won the majority of these, of course, but they hate this week, but they play it, and I love that they play each other. I know it's in the beginning of the year or whatever, and not all the kinks are worked out of your team, and so it produces this wildness all the time. But this feels like this game needs to be in a separate graphic itself. Like, we're just gonna give it a lifetime achievement award, and you know, we'll rank it like maybe like 5 or something, but we'll put like Sickos Game of the Week Emeritus or something like that, and then maybe like just make like a plaque.
Like a retired professor, like a professor that has gone on too long.
Like this one is just like, y'all have done so much for the history of this rivalry game. We've got to separate you from the rest of the stuff that's ongoing, because this is something that will never be surpassed by committee standards, I think.
El Asico teaches 1 class a week just because it feels like it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then, what if I offered you a UTEP at Northwestern?
No.
UTEP,
really?
Yeah. What if I offered you a UTEP at Northwestern as an option?
Picks up.
A favored UTEP.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hold up. What's the line?
2.5, I thought.
Is it really only 2.5?
Is UTEP's favored by 2.5?
I know.
does get the 3-point bump because they're at home.
Oh my God, that's true. Oh no.
Oh God.
I'm seeing somewhere between 2.5 and 1.5 for UTEP, and over under at 38.5.
Oh boy, slam the under.
Under, yeah.
So this is the best part is that we follow a lot of UTEP media, and UTEP's media is like, we got this one. Like this one feels very winnable. I love it.
Oh my God.
Be confident, UTEP.
I'm just gonna put the ESPN matchup predictor here. It has Northwestern at 80.5% and UTEP at 19.5%. Now this
there's
ESPN,
no way.
This ESPN analytics thing, by the way, Vegas has UTEP, from what I can see in this ESPN app right now, UTEP favored by 1.5. So if you factor in that whatever bump that you get for the home game, basically they're
UTEP by field goal ish. Yeah, no, I buy that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is going to be an interesting one. If UTEP could pull this off, it's kind of a big thing for the program. I know Northwestern's down, but to beat a Big Ten team, no matter what, is a big thing, and that will help. The Bowl Bound Express get back on track.
They are 0-2 all time against the Big Ten.
Okay.
They have lost 1 to Wisconsin and 1 to Iowa.
Okay.
So this could be their.
I like their strategy of the Big Ten West only. Mm-hmm. It's a Western theater for a strategy, which I think is probably correct in this case.
I mean, UTEP's out west. It only makes sense to play the Big Ten West.
Mm-hmm.
What if I offered you a UConn at Georgia State?
Ooh.
UConn going to Atlanta.
Ooh.
Georgia State.
Oh my God. Former Falcons head coach Jim Moore Jr. back in Atlanta.
Back in Atlanta.
God. Oh my God. Godfrey has got to be really
somewhere. Stephen Godfrey just fucking shuddered.
Oh my God.
Hey, Stephen, Mama's calling.
How many Falcons fans do we think are buying tickets to this game just so they can go boo Jim Mora?
I would. Tickets are pretty cheap. I'd do that.
How cheap?
I think this is in the $5 range, but let me check.
Georgia State football tickets.
$7, I believe.
Okay.
Vivid Seats telling me they are selling fast.
Oh, okay. I believe you.
It's going to cost you most of a roll of quarters to get in.
I see tickets, this is without fees. $8, $9, $10. Let me see, what's the most expensive ticket here? Let's scroll. $958
No
each.
fucking way.
Is that to get an entire box?
But this is like the lower level section 1. I don't know what this is.
What are the odds that you have to play if you sit there?
Okay, there was this weird thing that says Seat Saver, And I don't know. That's something different. All right, so
we'll
go from there.
That has to be something else.
That's gotta be something different there. That's
there are
weird.
tickets in that same section for $17.
Yeah.
Did you just buy a season ticket for the next 16 years?
I mean,
maybe it's
seriously.
a single gold-plated seat.
Maybe.
The fancy chair.
I've got a golden ticket.
That's not a seat saver ticket. I see $131 is the most expensive. And then I see like 63.
That's too much.
It's you just get in the game.
Buy the $7 ticket and just walk down.
Mm-hmm. No one's gonna stop you. Nobody's there.
No one's gonna stop you at Georgia State Stadium. How about Temple at Rutgers? A classic
Indeed.
Big East matchup.
Where are we playing it?
From our two Big East folks right here. They're used to this kind of like great thing.
We're up in East Rutherford?
We're in East Rutherford, yes. We're in Piscataway. This is going to be... I would make jokes about this, except I saw Temple really struggle with Akron, and I saw Rutgers put Northwestern into the ground.
I'm kind of a Zips believer this year. I feel like they can maybe... Look, again. I'm going to put it out here like, oh my God, this Akron lover. But I have Akron as like maybe like a dark horse to sneak into a bowl game at 6-6. And they have a good quarterback. The only problem in that game is Akron got to 21 points and then they just couldn't get past 21.
Yes, that's a real problem.
No, but Temple came back. Like they got figured out offensively. They just couldn't get anything going again. But the coach is Joe Moorhead. Hopefully Akron gets something going. But Temple's got E.J. Warner, Kurt Warner's son. They are going to Piscataway. I feel like Rutgers has a lot of momentum. They just took it to Northwestern. Like Northwestern didn't really do too much, but
it is at 7:30 Eastern. So this is Piscataway under the lights.
Under the lights.
You've got and also Piscataway under the smells that are coming into that stadium. So,
but that's always. It's New Jersey. It just smells like that.
Tale as old as time. True as it can be.
I never believed that until
this team's really old. That team's dead and cold here in New Jersey.
Beth, I think you killed Jordan.
Beauty and the Big East.
There's your title, Arthur. There's your title.
Beauty and the Big East.
Have we already used that one?
I don't think so.
If we have, it's worth a second. Part 2. We'll call it part 2 because that's too good. I think Rutgers wins this one because I think Temple is very bad.
I think that there are games that we have on this schedule that are for experienced sickos only. This is a game that is for experienced sickos only. If you're not constitutionally able to handle this level of old Big East, you shouldn't ease into this one. It's week 2.
At the same time, there's like Texas and Alabama, UCF at Boise. Oregon at Texas Tech. Go watch that. There'll be 1,000 points at that game.
All right.
Right. Yeah. This is get out your eclipse glasses if you're doing this.
Yeah, this will burn your eyes if you are not prepared.
I did want to mention though, you're saying Rutgers could beat Temple. Last year, Rutgers won 16-14 over Temple. So again, you got Philly and Jersey. You got some good ingredients here.
To make what exactly? What exactly could you combine from Philly and Jersey to make a delicious dish out of?
Oh, we're making Jersey gumbo.
I mean, we're making better pizza than can be found anywhere between Chicago and California.
Give me like a Taylor ham cheesesteak or a pork roll cheesesteak.
Don't say Taylor ham. We got so much shit.
Oh my God.
Taylor
it's
ham.
either.
It's either one.
No, I've been screamed at because it's pork roll.
It's pork roll. Okay, give me a pork roll cheese pork or whatever. Not cheesesteak.
If you ask for that at Pat's King of Steaks, they will break your arms and throw you in the river.
I'm again, and then I'll float out to the Atlantic. Okay. So
we'll all float on, okay.
That's right.
What if I said that also this evening we do get the afternoon, sorry. Texas A&M at Miami.
Oh.
Message board geniuses.
Oh my God. It's
your time to shine.
God.
Message board geniuses, definitely. This one is going to be the overreaction bowl. I feel like both teams will think the sky is falling if they lose this game.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even gonna watch this game. I'm just going to watch the internet.
Best way to do that.
Yep.
You don't know. It's like gravity. You don't need to directly observe it. You see how it reacts and how it affects other things.
Oh, that could be fun. I'll watch the internet for this one, and then I will try to predict to you what I think the score probably is.
Okay. I like this. This is good.
So it's Texas A&M at Miami, like an eclipse. You don't look, directly at it. You use one of those like eclipse viewers, and that's the internet in this case.
We're gonna project it onto a bowl full of ink.
Guess what the line is at this game on this game currently?
Miami by 6.
You could tell me any number and I would believe you.
I'm gonna say Texas A&M by 2.5.
A&M by 4.5, which seems
I was
at Miami.
I was thinking 4.5, but then I was like, no, that's crazy. And then
that seems
I did 2.5.
very overcompensating, but who knows?
Okay.
I mean, what did Miami even do last week? Oh, that's right. They played Miami of Ohio.
And they beat Miami of Ohio pretty well.
And then Texas A&M played a wet paper bag called the Lobos.
New Mexico did.
Sorry,
okay.
New Mexico.
No, they did okay. They did okay. New Mexico's fine.
Soften them up for ULM later this season.
That's right. You got to just do it for us, Miami, because you got to beat them up this weekend as much as possible so ULM can take them down. And we do an emergency podcast.
And then we have Purdue at West Virginia.
What? No.
What?
No.
What?
No, they don't.
What?
No.
What?
No.
I don't even know what to even do with this information.
Jordan, read the line for number 10 again.
Oh, sorry. Purdue at Virginia Tech. Same thing.
Beth, would you like to respond?
I'm just sad. Just sad.
Look, same thing.
I can't have anything.
How about Virginia Tech minus 2.5 on this one?
I really hope that Purdue Pete comes out to enter Sandman.
If he doesn't, I will cut the video.
Do we know if Purdue is bringing the big fucking drum?
They have to.
Take my hand. Here comes Purdue Pete again.
Arthur does have the best point. The Virginia Tech is the Western Virginia in what Country Roads is actually about.
That's right.
I'm going to bed.
It's the western part of Virginia.
Did Metallica ever do a cover of Country Roads? I don't know. I feel like they should have.
Country Roads. No. Take me home. Take my hand. We go to West Virginia again. No.
There are several metal covers of Take Me Home Country Roads, but not by Metallica. Per Google.
Metallica's not metal
anyways.
anyways.
Any of these links.
Well, here are the games that we're playing with in our head. I'll recap them again. Arizona at Mississippi State, Nebraska at Colorado, Oklahoma State at Arizona State, Auburn at Cal, Iowa at Iowa State, UTEP at Northwestern, UConn at Georgia State, Temple at Rutgers, A&M at Miami, and Purdue at Virginia Tech. So sit with those for a second while I do our podcast business ad reads. Then we can get out of our system.
Do it.
We do have our Patreon for $5 a month. You get to talk about our weekly rating debates, which we'll be doing this week, working on this. Live chat during games in the season. You get to see the inner workings of how the committee works. You can yell at us about our bad opinions in real time or comment about the things that we talk about in the podcast and go, hey, I did that too. I went to that Buc-ee's. It's awesome. The new Braunfels Buc-ee's. We have our merch store. Check that out. We got stickers, shirts, some winter weather gear as well for the coming fall that will eventually be here.
Yep, I'm gonna design some more long sleeve shirts. I'm gonna make the logos a little bit smaller, I guess, because I mean they're emblazoned across your chest like the
they're real big.
They're kind of big. I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller, maybe just like a Sickos badge, like a soccer jersey or a soccer kit style. I'm gonna do some of those this weekend, so just keep an eye out for the store. We'll try to tweet that, but again we're really bad at promoting ourselves. We don't want to like bother you by tweeting stuff.
That's why we're charming, because we're just bad at what we do. There's so many other folks on Twitter who are so much better at promoting all of their shit all the time.
Yeah, they're like,
we're just like, here's these fun things. Also, we have a podcast. And everyone's like, you have a podcast?
I did get recognized in Happy Valley, which was very
Yay!
weird. Yeah, it happened. I wore my bucket hat.
Oh, also shout out to the couple of folks that I met at Cal North Texas. People sent me a DM, asked me where we were. I got some stickers. It was great. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah, I got a oh, you like the Sickos committee too? And I'm like, I'm on the committee.
You didn't say that.
I am
right?
the committee.
I am the committee.
I did say that, and then one of my sisters there, she's like, no, she's like a really big deal. I'm like, no, that's not. No, stop.
Yeah, she is. She's a huge deal.
She's a huge deal. She's the funniest one.
I just like left and ran to a different tailgate on the other side of the baseball field.
Oh no,
like
I've been perceived.
That's pretty much what it looked like.
Shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast because, oh my God, the Clemson meltdowns were amazing. Once again, I opened up some message boards and I should not have while that was going on because I wanted to see what it looked like in real time. I got to stop doing that. We have a YouTube channel. Go check it out, please.
I really enjoyed the Message Board Geniuses too. I know the one post from last night, it was like, Clemson is Iowa. That was my favorite one.
That was the meanest thing I've seen.
And I had the reply. I was like, I got to defend Iowa. That's our team here. Like Iowa is our team. You know, that is our
Iowa
defending
would
champion.
not have fumbled that many times in the red zone. They would never have gotten there in the first place.
Well, I mean, again,
their defense would have scored way more points too.
Guaranteed, because there's a muff punt or whatever, they would have picked that up and returned it for a touchdown. Guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Their defense would have been better than Clemson's, but I just had to defend them. It's weird. I'm like, don't be talking about Iowa.
Sign up for our Substack. We have our potato chip ratio and our weekly recaps in our old-timey writing style.
We
also found out
Detmer 2.0 coming.
We did.
Which is our new formula for the new season coming up pretty soon. We should have it out in a little bit. We have like a paywall on the Substack and a paywall on the Patreon. But if you get the paywall of one of them, you get past one of them, you'll get all the content on both. The only thing is that the Patreon has the Discord benefits. So if you don't want the Discord, you can go ahead and take the Substack and you'll get everything there. We're still working on importing the Commish's Corner podcasts, which I'll probably have one coming later this Friday for the Commish's Corner, where I do a review of a Sickos season in the past.
And then lastly, it's the time of year where you absolutely need new shirts. Go to Home Field Apparel to get great, officially licensed collegiate wear that is so soft and has some of the best retro designs I've ever seen. We have a Blaster the Burrows shirt and the TCU rah yes shirt with the frog and the furry coat. If it's your first order, use offer code yes yes. That's 3 ha's for 15% off. And we have our weekly Sickos shirt showdown now.
Yeah,
25% off. 2 special shirts each week. That discount goes throughout the season until they run out of those shirts.
Yep.
So if you missed last week's either South Carolina or North Carolina shirt and you want to get it, check out the link for the special Sickos shirt showdown section.
Yep. Use
offer code committee. You get 25% off even if it's not your first order. This week we have Cal and Auburn, 2 really great shirts as well that I'm very excited to show off to everyone.
Oh yeah.
We already posted today. And yeah, this has been a great thing. Keep buying and keep wearing awesome shirt. Okay, folks, Pitt Girl, tell us about how we're being robbed of history.
So the news broke yesterday that powers that be have evidently mutually agreed that the Paddlewheel Trophy will not be being awarded on Saturday.
Garbage.
Cowardice.
This is cowardice. This is upsetting. This is a 95-pound trophy that some would argue is the most exciting thing about this ostensible rivalry that is getting mothballed for no good reason. And I would like to know to whom I need to send an angry email because I want the goddamn trophy. I will do National Treasure for this trophy.
Where is the trophy currently?
I believe it's in Cincinnati, or it was as of the last time it was seen.
But
I love the fact that if I type River City into Google, I get River City Rivalry Trophy as my number 1 result.
Nice.
I'm living my life well.
I don't know why this. Yeah,
this trophy is damn near perfect.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It makes me want to go to. There's a couple of like antique or thrift stores here in Dallas, and I want to go and take like $100 bill and just buy a couple things. And start making them official rivalry trophies for games and just send them to schools.
Like the fact that it has like the entire, like half of the Ohio River on it is my favorite.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's so good.
And it has the team names on the fucking switch handle.
Mm-hmm. And it lights up when you change it.
Oh.
I'm upset.
Is it just because it says Big East on it? Is that why?
We can scratch it.
Update it with the new colors and make it say ACC Big 12.
It
is not hard.
It is Golden Navy Pitt, Block Pitt.
Yeah, that can be
That's
fixed.
fine.
It's fine. Yes. Ugh. Cincinnati was in last possession of it. So, Cincinnati folks, if you want to help me plan a heist.
The Paddlewheel heist. Is
90 carry you and 3 of your best friends carrying a 95-pound rivalry trophy.
Action cookbook, I hope you're strong because I'm not.
What is I mean, was there like a paddle wheel that went from Cincy to Pittsburgh?
Of course, yeah. There was probably a steam.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
like,
Per Wikipedia.
Okay.
The trophy is designed and named in honor of the historic link between the cities from the days of the 19th and early 20th centuries when paddle-wheel powered boats traveled between the two cities along the Ohio.
Okay.
Trophy stands 46 inches tall and weighs 95 pounds.
Okay. Is there like still a boat in operation today or no?
I very much doubt it.
No, there's no way.
Well, I mean, like,
so
you know,
there is no regular boat that runs back and forth, but I know that the American Queen, the Mississippi Queen, and the Delta Queen all make that run.
Okay.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like all those boats from New Orleans, you know, the paddle wheels that they still operate down there. I didn't know if they're all the way up there, but yeah, I was just wondering if there was still, you know, some that made that run because I love that stuff. Just watching that in New Orleans, just watching those crazy paddle wheel boats.
Wait, there's a great steamboat race 3 days before the Kentucky Derby as part of the Derby Festival.
Okay.
It takes place on the span that runs between Louisville, Kentucky, and Jeffersonville, Indiana. And the Belle of Louisville has won the last 3.
Okay.
Cool.
The Belle of Louisville.
The Belle of Louisville.
Oh.
I gotta really like Louisville.
So let's keep going. We have Miami of Ohio at UMass.
Ooh.
After taking a bump against Auburn, UMass needs needs some Miami, Ohio in the chowder pot.
Yeah.
To get going. Also, shout out to the Solid Verbal who gave us a shout out, which was amazing.
Wait, really?
Oh no, yeah.
I missed this.
Yeah, they on their show, when I made the image of the chowder bowl, Dan and Ty talked about it. It was great.
That's wonderful.
They said they said they were all about that and we'll absolutely give updates if we do this. So yes,
perfect.
Of course we're gonna do this.
Yep.
Then we have Wisconsin at Washington State.
Oh God, Pullman.
Oh.
I don't think you can drink Pullman dry, but they're gonna try.
They're gonna try. I hope a lot of Badger fans travel to this. I mean,
do. a lot of Wazoo fans went to Wisconsin last year.
I know. I hope a lot of Badger fans travel for this one because, you know, the Badger fans definitely gotta empathize with what's going on with Wazoo and the realignment, and I hope they just show out and just have a great time, which I think they will. It should be a fun one.
Do you think they've ordered brandy to be shipped to Washington? Because you can't get brandy as readily out there or anywhere that isn't Wisconsin.
Is there like some sort of like apple brandy? You know, maybe there's a bunch of apples in Washington State, and they could do that. Ooh, I wonder if the Wisconsin fans will really enjoy the Cougar Gold cheese in Wazoo.
Oh, like
Wisconsin drinks more than half of all cases of Corporal brandy a year.
Oh yeah, because at one point people were joking like, oh, it's 75%. The truth is funnier. It's over half. You don't have to exaggerate. It's crazy. I can't name 2 fan bases that are more spiritually connected than Wisconsin and Wazoo. They are just 2 sides of the same drunken coin, and I love that about them.
Cheese, alcohol, red and white. Nailed it.
Done.
Badger,
3 of 3.
Badger.
Cougar.
Mushroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Done. Next.
Can I interest?
Thank you, Jordan. I knew you would.
Can I interest you in a James Madison at Virginia? Virginia, what are you doing?
I'm
trying to keep the travel costs low.
I totally
apparently.
misspelled JMU on the show
No,
notes.
I love this. It says you think Jum will win this one? Yeah, I love Jum. The James University of Madison.
Now it's a Wisconsin school.
This Virginia, don't do this,
Oh, man.
y'all. I'm worried Virginia's not going to have a good day.
I'm curious on this one. This one is kind of like, I don't know. It should be fun.
You're a little Jum curious.
Mm-hmm.
Pitt Girl, can I interest you in enjoying Virginia's very bad day?
Yeah. You could say I'm a little jumbled in the head, but all right. Next.
Marshall at East Carolina. That's a game that's happening.
I love this for the sheer fact that it's a Mardi Gras colors bowl game, because there's going to be green, purple, green, and gold in this game.
Is that a conference game?
It is. It is not. Marshall is in the Sun Belt. East Carolina.
That's right. I had to think about that.
It feels like it should be a conference.
East Carolina is in the American, and Marshall is in the Sun Belt.
Oh, Beth, I found out something I hate about Marshall that I can join you in.
All right.
I hate their shade of green.
Oh, come on.
It's that neon-y weird green. I really just like it.
God, all green is good. Get out of here.
Not this.
No, green. This is I see. Green is my favorite color, but I agree with you. This is a green that lacks the strength of its convictions. It refuses to be neon enough to be like you are inside of a marker, and yet isn't willing to lean into forest either.
Are you telling me that this is not a green that you can sit with?
No, I cannot sit with this green.
Hey Beth, I have something for you in the chat, by the way.
Ooh.
Don't say that yet.
Oh no.
I was trimming through some high school logos. I found that.
Oh no.
This is the Fort Bend Marshall High School in Texas.
You know you've been posting in the wrong chat, right?
Where am I looking?
Oh, I'm in the wrong chat.
Look in the main committee chat, not the podcast thread.
My bad.
We have so many. Oh God. Oh no.
Yeah, it's the Marshall M with the same. It's the exact same logo, in fact, but it is in highlighter yellow instead.
How is it worse? It's worse. How is it worse?
The eyes are really unsettling.
Yeah, if the eyes are the windows to the soul, these eyes have neither windows nor soul.
I need to send you guys this picture of the team. I don't know how to describe it, except they're all wearing bright yellow uniforms, and someone's got a Chucky doll.
Oh God, are we? This is going to be the second podcast in a row where I ask if we're summoning Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Not successfully enough, apparently.
Well, I mean, the Duke Blue Devils won.
How about Texas State at UTSA? Guys, this might be my banger of the week. This is going to be on ESPN Plus only.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm excited for that because it's quad box time. For me, that is definitely going to be on the quad box whenever the game is going.
This is 2:30 on ESPN Plus. It has been relegated to the same likes of Southern Illinois and Northern Illinois, Texas Southern at Toledo, Maine at North Dakota State. Nah, man, this is a banger.
Honestly, if I could find like a babysitter or something, I may take the kiddo to this game. No promises, but if I can find one of those and if I can take the kiddo to this game, I'll definitely do it because I mean it's right there. I feel like it's great. And then I got a scout, for ULM because ULM plays Texas State later in the year.
I love that you are creating a child who will be incapable of imbibing this sport the way most people do.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be totally just mess that up. You can go to school and all the kids are like, do you know Texas is playing Alabama this weekend?
Look,
my dad's taking me to UTSA Texas State.
You know what's funny? My kiddo wears a New Mexico State shirt that I brought back for him to school. I mean, he has a hat, and whenever I go on a trip this year, I'm gonna bring him back some merchandise, and he's gonna be representing that school wherever I go because I'll bring him back some merchandise, and he's a fan. So I mean, I'm going to be creating a co-commissioner in the future.
If you are anywhere near San Antonio, people who are listening to this, and I've said this on Twitter too, and you do not drop $16 to go to this game and then go get drunk on the Riverwalk on margaritas, you are doing Saturday wrong.
Yeah, we're not friends anymore.
Go do this. If you're anywhere near Central Texas, fucking do this.
If I have my kid, I'm not going to be doing the Riverwalk part. But
you're also local, so you don't go to the Riverwalk anyways.
No, definitely no. But the Alamo
when we all come down there eventually for Sickos Con in San Antonio, or we all go to the Alamo Bowl one year and just really get crazy.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Yes, we'll all do that,
really
and I'll be fishing Beth out of the fucking river. I'm gonna get Beth with those little.
There's no river I'm not willing to jump in.
Get Beth with those little monkey backpacks.
Beth, I'm going to tell you on the Riverwalk. The Riverwalk, there's no railing for the majority of it.
Yeah, it's like Pittsburgh.
You're just going to fall in, so it's going to be fun.
I have never fallen into the river at Pittsburgh ever.
Next up, Charlotte at Maryland.
Ooh.
Charlotte follows us on Twitter now, so we say nice things.
Did you just say nice things or knife things?
I don't know. I got weird. My tongue came between my teeth. It was weird. It was knife things.
Louisville.
I swear to God, you just said knife things again.
Nice things.
Knife things.
I will say that there's a series called Mining for Gold, I believe, coming on ESPN Plus starting Thursday, and it's following Biff and the Charlotte team, and it's a series that they go through hyping the team. So definitely, we're going to be tuning into that one for sure.
Hey, by the way, if you don't know the answer to this, guess it. What channel do you think Charlotte at Maryland is on?
I know it because I'd never forget weird stuff like this. So
hey,
not ACC Network. It should be on ACC Network, but it's not.
It is not on the ACC Network.
You think, guys?
Do we have another NFL Network game?
No. This one is late night on a streaming provider.
No, it's not.
Paramount Plus?
Oh,
no, dude. No, dude. Charlotte at Maryland is 6:30 on NBC.
Oh, it's straight up NBC. It's not Peacock.
It's straight up NBC.
Oh my God, straight NBC.
This is 6:30 on NBC. This is what you paid for, NBC.
Woo.
This is what you paid for.
Oh my God.
It's straight NBC, not Peacock. Oh,
Biff Poggi is going to be on NBC in his cutoffs. It's great.
It's must
storming into the bird.
It's must see Poggi.
Okay. Write that down. Send me a DM right now.
I'll
make that graphic.
Earlier today.
No, I'm going to make the graphic.
Okay.
Send me the thing.
All right, send you the thing.
So for the next couple, I'm just going to shout out things. And if you got vibes about them, feel free to say anything. How are we feeling about Notre Dame at NC State?
I feel like the luster of this game is kind of lost unless there's like, Hurricane Matthew out there and Brian Kelly trying to throw into the hurricane like 46 times or whatever, how many it was. I have no idea. This one's kind of an underrated spiciness to it, I think, because both of these teams feel like they have bigger hopes for the year. And if one of these two drops the game, maybe they're like New Year's 6 bowl hopes, which, I know NC State is perennially 8-4 or whatever Pitt Girl says. So she's like 8-4. That's correct. And I predicted them to be 9-3. So NC State should have familiarity with the Notre Dame quarterback, Sam Hartman, because they did play him in the ACC. That running back for Notre Dame is, oh my God, he's just, oh my. Estime, he's a big running back, and he's so hard to tackle. I can't imagine trying to tackle him. I'd probably like separate my shoulder and break my collarbone on an attempt. But that's a big dude, so it should be a fun game.
How about some Ole Miss at Tulane? Yeoman is sold out.
Oh,
this is gonna be spicy fun.
Yeah, that was gonna be fun.
I like Ole Miss. Heard me should win.
I would think, yeah.
But it's going to be close enough that I'm going to enjoy it.
I hope so. I hope Tulane can put up a good fight. They did that against USC. Maybe they can frustrate Ole Miss's offense and get them to do some weird things. Or maybe they can do like the Caleb Williams strategy and get like one stop where they needed it and just like outscore them. I have no idea. Yeoman's going to be packed. There's going to be so much like awesome light blue, in this stadium.
The color match is
the color match is going to be phenomenal, and it should be a fun one in Yeoman. If you're in New Orleans, and no, it's sold out. You can't get in.
And the tickets are expensive as shit.
They are because
how expensive?
Because you mean as shit. Ole Miss fans coming down to New Orleans. Oh my God, hottie toddy on Bourbon Street.
I'm going to say this next game just to watch people's faces.
Okay.
Utah at Baylor. Yeah, Baylor, get ready to have rocks thrown in your face.
Okay, do we know if Utah's starting quarterback and starting tight end are back?
Does it matter?
I don't think so.
Again, this is that weird college football thing, and it's going to be really hot, and Utah's not necessarily used to crazy heat, and it's a weird week 2 matchup. Out of conference, well, actually, future conference game between these two. So,
in case you were feeling like that was going to matter, Coach Dave Aranda at Baylor confirmed that their quarterback is going to be out 2 to 3 weeks with an MCL injury.
Oh no, not the quarterback from Shreveport.
Yep. So this is going to be awful.
Baylor, I hope you like tote bags full of broken glass.
Oh no. So both teams could likely be having their backup quarterbacks?
Except for one of those teams that's very important. The other one, it's not at all. Or less important.
Less important, but yes. So,
UCLA at San Diego.
State.
No, they're playing the Toreros.
They're playing the Toreros. They're going to an FCS stadium.
Chargers are back for one night only.
This is very much the Chargers reverse.
Go Chargers!
Oregon at Texas Tech. Why is Oregon going to Lubbock? Why is anyone going to Lubbock?
I'm just like, I'm into Texas Tech's out of conference schedule.
Why are you saying it Lubbock?
Lubbock.
Louisville.
Yeah, it rhymes with ham hock.
Lubbock. Like Shiner Bach.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
This thing should be pointy as hell, and I'm all about it.
Very much like Oregon was trying to make a date with Cliff Kingsbury, and Cliff left the party early.
How about some UCF at Boise State?
What?
Why?
What? Huh?
Why?
What?
Going cross country.
Okay, I will make a note of this, that UCF has been practicing on a high school field that has blue turf to try to acclimate to the blue turf in Boise. Gus is pulling out all the stops. This should be fun. This is kind of one of those like curiosity games, and I feel like this could get a little haywire, and it should be fun to watch.
Raging Cajuns at Old Dominion. Is this a conference game?
It is.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's right. The Old Dominion's in the Sun Belt. Sure, this exists.
Let's go Monarchs, take down the Cajuns, since I'm so biased here,
Western Michigan at Syracuse. Yeah. Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, if Syracuse starts 2-0, do we start that question again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they ripped Colgate apart.
They did.
Now Colgate's not great. Western Michigan is a step up, so this will be interesting to see.
Wait, who does Syracuse get next? Is it Purdue? It is Purdue.
Good. They're just working their way into shape. It's
oh
perfect.
my god, this is gonna be. Next week's gonna be even better. It's so great. But yeah, this one should be fun.
Oh my god,
This is Syracuse's way of telling you they do CrossFit.
That's right.
I almost lost my shit. I'm on the page of the Iowa State rivalry, and I didn't notice I was looking at the basketball scores, and it said the last meeting was Iowa 75, Iowa State 56. I don't remember this. Never mind. We're good. I about that started having a nosebleed. Okay. Ohio at Florida Atlantic. I love week 2, guys, because this is just
so
silly.
So it's like Ohio's taking an advanced trip to the Boca Raton Bowl, which they could wind
scouting
up
mission.
Seriously,
they might end up again. Yes.
I don't know. The Bobcats. I hope their quarterback's okay. They bounced back last week, I believe.
Did they?
I believe they played LIU. They played the Sharknado.
Okay, yeah, they beat the Sharknado.
All right, yes. So yeah, they bounced back. Let's see. I'm curious here. You got Tom Herman, Casey Thompson, and then you got a good Mac Power. Yeah, this should be fun.
Next up, we have North Texas at FIU. Sure.
Wait, hold on. So FIU has so many alternate jerseys this year. It's ridiculous. They're.
I love the new set. Let me find a picture.
The Biscayne Bay jerseys.
Everyone chill the fuck out. Give me 1 second.
It's good. And if North Texas wears some sort.
Hey,
I'm very excited.
What did I say?
Calm down, Pitt Girl.
No.
He's going to turn the podcast around again.
I am going to turn the podcast
back to Winnipeg.
around.
Okay. Dropped in there.
Yeah. Very nice.
Any of their school colors? Absolutely not.
No, none.
Why do they look like Georgia State?
They look like Rhode Island.
So the logo of Old Pitt, like the Old Pitt logo, and FIU and Georgia State all look very similar.
Okay. I really enjoy like their play on words. It's called the FI uniform. They appeal to my dad joke side. I love it.
Gonna drop the logo comparison in the chat for y'all as well, so you can see this.
Oh yeah, the forward-facing panther head was one of Pitt's current alternate logos. And you're correct; they are all very similar.
Yeah, Georgia State, Pitt, and FIU have very, very similar logos. Next up, we have the Bayou Bucket.
Ooh.
In Houston. Again, this is rivalry week. I told you.
Bucket.
This is an actual bucket trophy. This is Houston at Rice.
So
why does Rice play Houston? Because they were in the SWC for a while. And they both got kicked out of the SWC at the same time.
Because they live in the same city.
But they didn't play for a long time.
I know.
This is not an old rivalry. Let me find when it first started.
In the 70s, right? Or no? Like,
why does Rice play Houston? Because Mom said they had to.
No, you're right. It's in 72.
Yeah.
No, sorry. This is basketball. Once again.
Oh my God. Why are you on the basketball side of things?
I don't know. It keeps coming up.
Are you ready for
Committee.
You ready?
71.
You ready for Sickos CBB already? Are you ready for the basketball season?
71. If you had to guess out of 44 games what the record is
between Houston and Rice.
Yeah, and considering this has been played since the 70s.
Okay, is there a tie involved?
There's no ties.
No ties, okay. I'll say 31-13 to Houston.
33-11 to Houston. You're very close.
Okay.
Close. But that is Arthur, did you nail that out of thin air?
He did.
That's impressive, dude.
Good job, Art.
But yeah, this is not an old rivalry. This only started because of the SWC when Houston joined.
Because Mom said you had to play.
Right. So these schools spent 70 years playing football in the same city and not playing each other because Rice thought they were too good for Houston. Think about that real fast. Rice was in the big conference and Houston was just the hangers on.
You go play your brother. No.
Also,
I don't have to include my brother.
This game was played in the Astrodome for a long ass time too.
Oh God, yeah, it'd be perfect. A neutral site game in their same city.
No, that's not. That wasn't a neutral site. That was Houston's home stadium.
It was.
Houston football played in the Astrodome for
oh my God,
long ass time.
I love the Astrodome because they had all glass windows at the top, and then they had to paint them because it was too hot.
Mm-hmm.
Can we have a moment of silence for a lot of ACLs?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God,
just
that turf
is shredded.
So bad.
Home of one of the weirdest games I've ever seen. It was the interception. Houston picked off Texas 8 times in a single game there.
Yeah, that was nuts.
The record. Next up, UAB at Georgia Southern.
Huh.
Sure.
Trent Dilfer versus Clay Helton.
Yep.
Yeah.
What America needs to see. Is America going to see it? Hold up.
It's probably
ESPN Plus.
Okay.
America's not going to see this.
You're getting your money's worth there with Trent Dilfer and Clay Helton.
Air Force at Sam Houston. Air Force is going to Huntsville.
Wait. Is it in Huntsville? I thought it was in Reliant.
Did they move it?
I don't know.
It would make sense to play that game. Nope, it's at Sam Houston, I believe.
For real? Okay. Somebody was saying that it was in Reliant Stadium.
No, this weekend at Reliant Stadium is the fucking this weekend is the 2 Mexican college football teams that are playing in Reliant.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Yay.
No, hold up. No, is it NRG?
NRG or Reliant Stadium, sorry. NRG Stadium. Yeah, it says NRG Stadium.
Okay,
That's
so
Houston.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know where this game is. Okay, awesome.
It's in Houston, folks. If you drive from Huntsville to Houston. So if you went to Sam Houston State for college, come back home to Houston and watch this game against Air Force.
Only an hour and a half out.
I know. Bring the statue of Sam Houston with you.
We have then New Mexico at. Hopefully, we get a repeat of last year.
New Mexico State.
We can only be so lucky.
Mexico State.
New Mexico State.
At.
We can see. Should be fun. Should be an interesting one. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Stanford at USC. Sure.
This feels like I don't know.
USC's defense is so questionable that I feel like Stanford might actually get to score some points.
Yeah, I don't know if Stanford could stop USC, but I feel like this could be pointsy here if Stanford is doing some of their fun stuff that they did against Hawaii.
Is Stanford at this point in a place where if they're pesky, they count this as a success?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
At this point, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Considering the long leash they've given for Taylor, yeah. No, I'm their new coach.
The
Not David Shaw.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, there was a long leash there too, so.
Yes. SMU at Oklahoma should be lots of points.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if SMU can put a little bit more resistance than Arkansas State did.
Noted Baptist University.
I am going to say, Commish, that I'm looking forward to this awful Arkansas State team still wrecking ULM this year.
They're going to do it again.
It's going to happen, and it's fine. We're just used to this.
I've already accepted it, so we're good.
Troy at Kansas State is a game that is way more interesting than it has any right being.
So a Sun Belt champion from last year.
And the Big 12 champion.
And the Big 12 champion playing each other in Manhattan, Kansas. Mm-hmm. Man, that's got a little maybe under the radar. You think Kansas State should handle this?
We might need to bump that up in our final rankings. Okay, I'm thinking like that's going to be higher because that's
a little bit. That may need at least to be in the 20s for sure.
I'm thinking higher than that, but yeah, sure.
Again, we got a lot of stuff above it. We talked about it.
Eastern Michigan at Minnesota. Okay. Memphis at Arkansas State. If they don't fire Butch this year, what the fuck are they doing in Jonesboro?
Let's see how this goes. If Memphis just goes out there and wrecks them in front of the waterfall in Jonesboro, let's see how this goes. Because I know Memphis's coach is on the hot seat. Well, was last year, but he survived. And then I don't know if Memphis is, but it should be. I'm interested to see what Arkansas State does.
Mitsu at Mizzou? Nope. No opinions there either. Kent State at Arkansas. Part of the
Mizzou. The only thought I have is Mizzou.
I like it.
Kent
State at Arkansas? Sure. Southern Miss at Florida State. We already mentioned that.
Yeah, we did.
Tulsa at Washington. Yeah.
Why not?
Well, because I want to see the Pacific Northwest get out of the heat for a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good trip for Tulsa to get the hell out of.
And then a game that I guess we have to talk about.
Do we?
Texas at Alabama. I guess.
I mean, I guess if there's nothing else on,
it's fine.
It's fine.
It's as Jason Kirk would say, it's football.
It's football. The only thing is, like, this one I put it there because it got a little weird last year with the referee calls, the 1 point margin.
It was closer than it should have been. This is an example of Texas always managing to play up to opponents and then just letting weaker opponents kick their shit in.
Tom Herman was a master of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is also potentially a high-quality message board geniuses game.
That one's too, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, I want to see the first fire Nick. He's lost it. Fire Nick. He's gone. He's lost it.
Texas.
I want to see, I specifically want to look at the first Auburn fans that visit each message board.
If this game starts looking weird, I'm immediately going to start tweeting out from the Sickos Committee account that to fix this, Alabama needs to hire Hugh Freeze.
Sold.
No.
Yep.
Sold.
Don't you do it.
Doing it. I'm doing it.
Don't.
We need Hugh Freeze.
I
can't do without Hugh.
I'm changing the password.
Coward. You fucking coward.
There's no Auburn without you.
We don't rank FCS, FBS games as a general point, but there are some fun ones. Richmond at Michigan State. Richmond had a bad time last week.
Yeah.
And Michigan State is probably going to rip them apart.
It's weird. Richmond had a bad time last week, but last year they went deep in the FCS playoffs, so that's a bit shocking. I would say that. There.
Like losing to Morgan State 10-17 is bad. Morgan State is not great.
No, Morgan State was okay last year. I think they were 7-4, so it's not like the worst. But that's
Richmond does get Delaware State next week to help shake this off.
Yeah.
Wagner at Navy, our beloved Seahawks.
Yes, I just wanted to put that on there because I love the Staten Island folks there, and Wagner getting to go to Annapolis for a trip, and I kind of want to see if Navy can do their option thing against Wagner.
You know what? Hey, I'm calling an audible right now. From now on, every week we are covering NEC football very quickly. Here are your NEC games of the week.
Done. NEC, it just means something.
Stonehill at Central Connecticut State. That's a conference game. Sacred Heart at Georgetown, going to the Hornets' Nest that is multi-sport field. Thank you, Solid Verbal. Wagner at Navy. Lehigh at Merrimack. Duquesne at West Virginia.
Oh, the Dukes.
The Dukes are going to West Virginia.
Oh, so a team from Pittsburgh is going to West Virginia.
It's the pre-pit.
Oh,
they're going to West Virginia for a night game. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff.
Oh my God, no!
It's
if the Dukes do that,
Duquesne, if you pull this off, I will buy and wear a Duquesne T-shirt. I just
don't bother buying it. I'll just give you one of mine.
It's the side yard brawl.
The side yard brawl
next to the trash cans.
LIU at Bryant.
Okay.
And St. Francis U at Robert Morris. Hopefully Robert Morris at home will be able to find their jerseys.
Yeah, they found them. Luckily, they arrived in time for the game with Air Force last week.
Apparently they gotten sent to Denver, not Colorado Springs.
Oh.
So Robert Morris warmed up in Air Force's practice uniforms and then had him switched out right before the game. Yeah.
So somebody drove from Colorado Springs to Denver to go get them.
So now we have a new thing. We will be covering NEC football every week now. That's just a thing.
It just means something.
Next up, Florida A&M at South Florida. We do have Albany at Hawaii, which means we do have a Hawaii test this week. It is on the favorite app of the committee, the Team Sports One app.
The Team One Sports app that you can only watch on your phone.
We'll watch tiny Hawaii.
You may be able to. I think if you have Chromecast or Apple TV, you may be able to cast it to your TV, but it doesn't always work. And it's like,
and you can't put it in the quad box.
No, it's not on ESPN. I cannot put that in the quad box. No.
And also, it is an 11 p.m. Central kick, so 12 p.m. Eastern. Oh. And if you're on the islands, I believe it's on Spectrum Cable.
Yes.
Next up, we already Florida A&M in South Florida, which should be spicy. Go Rattlers.
I don't know.
Hey,
we got a lot of Bulls fans here, so we want to see them win. All
right. Speak for yourself, buddy.
Hey, it's okay.
I'm about the green and the orange here.
Well, I mean, there's I like both schools, but
Eastern Illinois at Bowling Green. Sure. Holy Cross at Boston College. Did we ever hear back about the Sacred Cod Trophy?
So, I spoke with the SID at Holy Cross, and they advised that they were going to look for the Sacred Cod Trophy, and they told me that they would try to find it and get back to me. I sent a follow-up email, and I had not heard back, so I'm assuming the Sacred Cod Trophy is still long gone for this world.
Or it's just that you emailed a college at the beginning of the semester.
Oh, this was in like July, but okay.
I'm choosing to believe that it turned back into a fish and swam away.
You know what would be great? That they just break it out for this game and they don't tell us. I have hope of that.
So it's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
That'd be great.
The Sacred Surprise Cod.
The Boston Globe has an article that says nostalgia will be in the air as Holy Cross takes on Boston College in football again.
I'm happy to write a form letter for any of our sickos who will have a rooting interest in this game, asking the opposing team to please remit this trophy.
Is the line really Boston College -8?
Yes. Yep. Saw that today.
In what goddamn world? Ooh. This is not a betting podcast.
No.
I cannot bet in the state of Texas.
No.
But if I could.
I don't know, man.
Holy Cross is going to win this.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Cross is going to win this. Holy Cross is better than Northern Illinois.
You know, Holy Cross did beat an FES team last year on a Hail Mary.
Yes.
This is kind of a little bit of a rivalry game between Holy Cross and Boston College. You kind of think Boston College will be up for it, but
what does that even look like? What does Boston College up for a game look like?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Our beloved Sela Daiquiri Cats, Southeastern Louisiana, SLU, at South Alabama.
Sorry.
That this is like Southern as hell, and I love it.
They just drive down like I-10, like I-12 connects to I-10.
What city is Sela in?
Hammond.
Is it in Hammond? Okay.
Hammond, Louisiana.
We do have another FCS favored team, Idaho at Nevada. Idaho's favored, and I don't disagree with that. Like, that feels correct to me.
It does. It does. I mean, Idaho took it to Lamar, beat up Lamar in Beaumont, and they're favored in Nevada. Can Idaho do it? Maybe. I mean, we can see. I don't know what Nevada has, and maybe there was a reason.
Not a whole lot.
Maybe there was a reason that the Nevada head coach went to Colorado State. So I don't know. And
then lastly, go ahead, Beth.
I was just gonna say, after watching Nevada absolutely get their doors kicked in, I have no idea what they do well. I have yet to see it.
And then Idaho State at Utah State. Utah State looked real bad.
There was something that we discovered because we follow some Idaho State accounts. We follow Idaho State football. Also, Utah State follows us. Apparently, in I think 1916, Utah State won a game 136-0 over Idaho State.
And they're still holding on to that.
Yeah, and so there was some trash talk that the Idaho State fan account, the Jungle, that we follow, and the Utah State fans were going back and forth here, and then somebody asked us, they tagged us in this, and it's like, what is the statute of limitations on 136-0? And I was like, to the newspaper minds, and then somebody found the article.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find that real quick though. I don't have it like handy.
Fine. While you're doing that, I do want to mention that we do need to other folks on this podcast. Lamar is playing at ULM, so we need to start thinking up some things for Commish.
Yeah,
this might be the full chest tattoo. I think if they win it.
No.
Coward.
Yeah, let me see if I can find this thing here. All right, yeah, 136 to nothing, and this was in 1919. I apologize for that. I was like, oh no, to the newspaper minds. So here we go. Idaho State versus Utah State. Their first game was to be with Idaho Tech, now Idaho State University. I knew nothing about the Idaho team. Actually, I knew very little about our own 11. I felt that we had to win the first game. Our new jerseys didn't arrive until just before game time. I worried, and finally I used everything I could to think of in an effort to steam up our team for what I thought would be a crucial battle. Idaho Tech just simply didn't have any experienced players. In our wishes, we ran up too big a score. Such a game that did give our players a chance to show off their best. The result being that they didn't catch the fancy of the fans. Don't tell anyone. The score was 136-0, and we cut each of the last two quarters by 5 minutes and played everyone but the water boy. That was like.
So we need a bet for this one.
We need a bet for Lamar ULM. Yeah,
Lamar ULM. So just don't make anything like grammar related, because I am not a grammatical genius, as you could tell by my poor.
Your limericks were great.
Your poetry was lovely, Commish.
Yeah, poetry doesn't have to like follow rules, man. I think that because ULM should win this game. Lamar is not great, and this is at home in Malone, which should have power.
So if Lamar wins, I think that Commish needs to review Campbell's chicken gumbo on the air.
So I have to eat a can of Campbell's chicken and sausage gumbo on the air.
Yep, I like it. Oh. So that's if Lamar wins?
That's if Lamar wins. Okay. If ULM wins, do I have to do anything in particular? Oh, how about this? If ULM does not beat Lamar more than Idaho beat Lamar.
What was that score?
It was 42-17. So
okay, yeah, fine. So if they don't beat them by 35, sorry, not 35, but 25.
25. If ULM does not beat Lamar by more than 25, I have to do something Idaho related, I would say.
Oh, so then it's the Campbell's potato soup.
I have to eat potato soup on the
Yeah, they're cream of potato soup.
Cream of potato? Like, can I get chunky at least, or is it like condensed?
It's condensed. It's for casseroles. But
yeah, we're not letting you. Yeah, you don't get to go into Campbell's Chunky. This is like the red and white can.
This is a luscious, comforting mix of potatoes and onions in a rich, buttery sauce.
Okay, can I put like bacon bits in it at least?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you can't warm it up. I'm gonna say you have to open.
I gotta get cold.
Right here.
Oh no, Jordan.
No. Okay. Let's go, Warhawks. Please don't make me. If they meet both of those criteria, I don't have to do anything. All right, perfect.
There we go. I like it. Okay, folks, that's our week 2 preview. I hope everyone enjoyed it. We will see you on Sunday, where we figure out if what delicious flavors Commish has to eat. Have a good one.
Tale as old as time. Beauty and the Big East.